Hello friends, welcome to Yvonne's Corner. I'm Yvonne and this is my corner, so make yourselves at home. Get cozy. I'm an actress and hypnotherapist, and here on YouTube I make videos with tips on relationships, mental health, law of attraction, and anything you need to make your life better. And on Saturdays I bring you some stories and juicy gossip about my life and other people's lives. But today is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we learn. So today I bring you the 10 things I regret the most in my 20s. Some life lessons. Following the previous video about the things that I learned, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, there's some things that I've learned that definitely are really good life lessons. And if you want to check it out here and down below after you finish this video. And I realized that there are some things that I regret. I definitely didn't learn until later in life, and things I regret. And I wanted to share them with you because there might be other life lessons for you so you don't do it. Or if you did them too and you regret them with me, that way we don't feel so alone. So consider subscribing to my channel if you want this type of videos, and click the notification bell to know when I post. I post Tuesdays and Saturdays. And let's get started. And watch until the end because the last one to me is the most important one that I think everyone will value to learn from my mistakes. The number one thing I regret is not trusting my gut. And we talked about trusting your gut in my previous video, but specifically when it came to relationships, I was very gaslighted. And when things were clearly wrong, I doubted myself. And I doubted myself in my intuition and realizing when things were wrong, but also I doubted myself in walking away. And I did not trust myself. So definitely regret not trusting myself, and that's something that I'm learning every day and that I'm working with every day. But if I could go back and change something, it would be that thing. So the second thing I regret in my 20s is not walking away, because there's this thing called the sunken cost. I think I'm saying it right. I don't know, let me know if that's how you pronounce it. So basically, it means like when it's used in investments or in gambling. So when you put money in and then that investment loses, because you already put money in, you have to hope that eventually it will earn money. So you keep putting more and more and more. And it's the sunken cost because you keep losing and losing and losing. And if you know where I'm going with this, in relationships specifically, or in life in general, when you're going down a path and you know it's wrong, something happens, you're like, dang it, but I already spent this many years here, or specifically in a relationship, I already spent this many months, this many years here. If I start over and go, I'm gonna have wasted all of these years that I put in. But in reality, if you keep going, you're gonna be wasting more and more years, money, funds, whatever it is. You're gonna keep wasting it instead of taking a U-turn. U-turns are valid. I saw a post on Facebook that was so helpful, saying that U-turns are valid. When you're going down a path and you're like, you know what, that's not going where I want to go. I thought it was, but it's not anymore. Bye. And then you turn away and go a different path. That's valid. And it's valid when it comes to relationships, investments, jobs, careers, businesses, whatever it is. Let's take some time to be like, you know what? Yeah, I lost this much time, then this much energy, this much money or whatever. But it's time to stop losing. It's time to close the gaps and to patch the holes that are wasting my life, and just bye and just say peace, I'm out of here, and you turn it, because it's never too late to U-turn. The third thing I regret the most in my 20s or in my life in general is not facing my fears earlier. You know, when you have a fear and you're about to face something, the more you postpone it, the worse it gets, and the harder it is to learn it, or the harder it is to go at it, or to do it. One of the things that for me is that thing is driving. I had a little, I don't want to say traumatic, but I had a situation when I first started to learn to drive that made me not want to do it, and I just postponed it. And I was like, I don't need it, I'll learn later. And now, years later, literally like 10, 15 years later, I'm trying to learn. I'm learning how to drive, and I feel like I'm rusty, and I'm like, oh my God, it's so hard because I did not face that fear earlier. And I feel like the younger you are, the better you are just facing your fears and be like, that's it. I'm going to do it. So I'm going to take that as a lesson. And today I'm deciding to face my fears today, because the more I wait, even though I waited so long and it's like, it's getting harder, but the more I wait, the harder it's going to get. So today, whatever fear you have, face it today. It's never too late. It's never too late to face it. So that's one of the things, facing my fears earlier. The fourth thing I regret is not being consistent. And that is something that I know, and I recently was self-aware about it. Like, I recently just actually saw it and I'm like, yeah, I'm not consistent. There's so many things that I start, that I want, that I talk, blah, 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 and I never actually concrete and never actually start and finish. Finishing things are one of the things that I have a hard time doing, is finishing things. I start them, I just don't finish them. And that happens specifically with YouTube. I started YouTube years ago, like in 2017, where I had wanted to start YouTube in way earlier, but I started like 2017 or something like that, but I stopped. I did like 2 videos and then never did it. So now I'm thinking, if I had been consistent today, I would have 3 years in already. Or in my weight loss journey, if I had been consistent and kept the weight I lost, I would be way thinner today than I am now. So now I have to start over again because I stopped, because I was not consistent. So if consistency is something you're lacking of, find ways to keep consistent. Definitely recommend you reading the book Atomic Habits. It's amazing on consistency. Just 1% keeps you moving forward, even if it's messy action, even if it's whatever it is. 1% is better than nothing. It's harder to stop and start over than to just keep going. The next thing I regret the most is not spending more mindful time with people I love and people that were close to me, my friends. I did have amazing times with my friends, and I did, but it was not mindful time. And sometimes I was just on my phone. I was worried about my own issues or my own problems or my thoughts or my plans or whatever, that I didn't really enjoy that time that I had with the people that I don't have now anymore, or that they're too far. So definitely that's something that I regret, not spending more quality time with people, more mindful quality time with people, not being present when I'm with someone. And it's something that I'm implementing now, and I'm trying to keep consistent at it, to be mindful and present whenever I do see people or I spend time with people I love and love me. The next one is wasting time and money on other people that were not worth it. Especially money. I wasted so much money in my ex, and it's so dumb when I think about it, and I do regret it, because that money could have been invested, saved, invested in myself, just so many things I could have done with thousands of dollars, and they're just down the drain because I wasted it in someone else trying to buy their love, trying to help them when they didn't want to be helped. So definitely I'm learning to save my time and money for people who are worth it, for people who really bring the best in me, and not just someone I want to keep at all cost, at a high cost, actually. Another thing that I regret not doing earlier is not finding my own productivity recipe earlier, or not starting experimenting to see what works for me, because now I feel like I am finding my own productivity recipe. We're not the same. We think we are the same, but none of us are the same. None of us have the same patterns, and not everything works for everyone. So I wish I had learned this earlier, and I wish I had found that book earlier, and my own charts about my cycles and stuff, and how I work during the month, during the week, during the day, because it would have helped me be more productive than I am now. But it's never too late, so I'm starting now, and I'm doing really good. So if you want more videos about that, let me know. The next thing I really, really regret, and not only in my 20s, but before that, is being mean to people in order to defend myself. And I had justified that because I was defending myself, and I had a right to defend myself But no one has the right to be mean to other people, even if it's they're being mean to you. You just put a boundary and leave, and that's it. But I was mean for no reason. I bullied for defending myself or because I thought I had a cause, and I did not. And there's no reason for that. So that's one of the things I do regret, is hurting people and being mean to people because I thought I was protecting or defending myself. No reason to be mean, no reason to hurt people. Just no excuse. Another thing I regret is not getting better, not keep getting better. Especially at acting. I feel like because I thought I was good, I'm like, I'm good. I didn't keep like learning or with more lessons. I used to be in love with learning and with classes, especially acting classes, because I wanted to learn and know the most. And I haven't taken an acting class in a while, and I haven't practiced like, you know, the basic acting skills that you learn in school. I haven't done that in a while. So definitely regret that, because I feel like I'm rusty now, and every time I have an audition, I'm like, ugh, I feel rusty. So that's something I need to work on, and it's getting back to learning mode and getting back with the mentality of day one with whatever I do, which is I want to learn the most I can every day in what I'm doing, because if not, I'm just going to get rusty and I'm not going to learn, I'm not going to grow, and I'm not going to be good at it. So definitely is keep learning, and whatever you do, keep learning. And the last and final thing, and the most important to me, is putting off being happy. This is, sorry, I had my notebook there. This is so important for me because I kept, and I think a lot of people do it, and let me know in the comments below if you do it too. We put off our happiness for when we're on vacation, for the weekend, for when we turn blah, 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 for the new year, for especially 2020. It's like, we'll be happy when it's 2021. This year is over already. I'm done. And that day never comes. We put off putting a nice outfit for a special occasion, bringing out the nice china or the nice, I don't know, you know, the nice plates and the nice cups for a special occasion. What if that special occasion never comes? What if that special occasion just never comes with people you love, with yourself, for yourself? You never know what can happen. Stop putting off your happiness for later. Be happy now. Find your happiness now, today. Find your passion today. Find your happiness today. Find your people today and show them your love today. Anyways, those are the things that I regret the most in my 20s and other years in my life. So I hope they were helpful. At least one of them. Let me know if there was one of them that you were like, okay, this will definitely help me from now on. Let me know. I'm really curious to know what tip you like the most. Give it a like if you like this type of videos. Consider subscribing if you want to see more of me, and click the notification bell so you can know when I post. I post videos every Tuesdays and Saturdays, and I will see you in my next video.